Coming up on this episode of The Power of Real Estate.
Really, it's about knowing when to ask questions and ask the right questions. And so, but 10,100 over full price was, I have to admit, about twice as much as I had in mind, because I was thinking 5,000.
Michelle, are you ready?
Of course not.
Standing by in 3, 2, 1. She spent over 20 years as a successful realtor and realtor coach, recipient of over 40 sales, leadership, and literary awards from the legendary Music Row in Nashville. This is The Power of Real Estate with Michelle Moore.
Hello, hello, hello. All right, so I'm here in the studio with producer Jimmy. How are you doing today?
How you doing?
I asked you first.
I'm good.
Looking good.
Thank you.
Love looks good on you.
Here we go again.
All right. I'm not going to give producer Jimmy a hard time today.
She just sent me a text about 2 minutes ago. So.
Oh, she did. Oh, my goodness. All right. So today we're going to talk about how I sold a home for $10,100 over full price.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you sold a home for $10,000. I'm like, I need to know about this.
I know, right? Keep dreaming, sucker.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. All right. So I had a listing, and I sold it for $10,100 over full price, and which, by the way, added to my commission. You can do the math, $10,100 times 3%. So my take home, I got myself a $303 raise.
Nice.
All right, here's what happened. So I had this gorgeous home listed, and MLS was on point. I had just amazing photos. It was absolutely, just staged and presented well, extremely well. Couldn't be better. Of course, it was priced right, and I got 2 offers on it very quickly. And my seller said, she decided that she would counter offer one of those offers. So I let the other one know that, hey, my sellers are going to be moving forward with this other offer. And he said, look, what would it take? My people do not want to lose this home. They're paying cash. And what is it going to take? And so it's a good question, right?
Yeah.
And we had not countered the other people yet. And so here's where negotiation skills made all the difference, because I could have said many things, right? And so I said, well, what are your clients willing to pay?
Yeah.
So they're paying cash, so it doesn't have to appraise. I'm knowing this at this point. And, you could think, I was thinking in my mind, maybe like 5,000 over full price. And so when he told me, the home was listed for $319,900, and when he told me $330,000, I almost fell out of my chair.
Yeah, let me check with the sellers. I'll be right back with you.
So what I said to him was, look, you got to get this in writing, and I need proof of funds to show the seller. Otherwise, she's going the other way. But get it in writing. I said, I think I can get her to wait, for a little bit here, and go with this, but you got to get this in writing. So within an hour, I had all the proof of funds, everything I needed, and they closed in 2 weeks. And so, because when you don't have a mortgage, you can close quickly. They didn't even see the home. They were living in Chicago. But
Wow.
So they bought it off of the marketing. It was my MLS listing. It was the photos. It was the video. Not only did I have great, fantastic professional photos, but I also had all these descriptions under each one that built the dream. And so it wasn't like 3 bedrooms and 3 baths and, 2.5 stories and, or whatever. And so it wasn't that. We didn't get into all that. And so these are, build the dream kind of descriptions. It was amazing because that's what negotiation skills will do for your sellers.
Yeah.
And can do for your own pocketbook, too, by the way.
Do you like negotiating?
Yeah.
I don't like it. Of course, I'm not in real estate.
Yeah, well.
It's like, hey, I want you to do this job. How much? How much you got?
Exactly.
What do you think it's worth? Because I have a tendency to undervalue, and I hate doing that, because then once you set that price, you're kind of stuck, at least for a little while.
Yeah. Well, and look, I mean, I don't know that I would say I liked it in the beginning. One thing I have learned, just like with speaking and teaching and writing, practice makes better, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't remember not liking it, but I don't know that I liked it in the beginning. Now, as you get better, you start to enjoy things better or more, or even just at all. You start to enjoy it.
Once you're more comfortable and you close a few deals where you get 10,000 over asking, then you're like, hey, I'm pretty good at this.
Yeah, right. But the point is, and it's not always like that. But this is how I sold a listing for $10,100 over full price. And when you're serving your clients best like that, which that was a perfect example, you got to know how to ask the right questions at the right times. And so instead of me jumping to, well, I don't know, maybe you could offer another 5,000 more, see if that might help. I didn't do that. What I said was, what are they willing to pay? Mm-hmm. And then I was very quiet and let him talk.
Well, maybe that's how I'll start my negotiations from now on.
What you willing to pay?
How bad do you want me?
How much you got? Really, it's about knowing when to ask questions and ask the right questions. Mm-hmm. And so, but $10,100 over full price was, I have to admit, about twice as much as I had in mind, because I was thinking $5,000.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember how much the other offer was. It wasn't, I don't even think it was full price really, but and this was a couple of years ago. But the point is, just really the power of asking a powerful question, the right question. There is a lot of power in knowing how to ask a question and being quiet.
And from the buyer's point of view too, it was really smart because they really wanted it and they proved it.
Yeah. And what's great, you've met this particular seller, by the way, but this client of mine, but she turned around and bought a home from me, and then now I'm selling that home for her. So she's, now another repeat customer of mine. But, she'd never use anybody else. I mean, she's not even stillable, is what I call it.
Yeah.
And part of it is because of phenomenal results she gets with me. Mm-hmm. And so, I don't necessarily do a lot of real estate anymore like I used to, but the thing about it is I make sure that I'm doing a great job for those that I help.
Yeah.
A phenomenal job. Like you just, I'm gonna nail it for you. Mm-hmm. And so she knows it. And so, but that's it. When you do things like that, that's the other part of it, is that they're gonna not be stillable. They're gonna be loyal. They're gonna be yours. But I also she's on my database, and I communicate with her regularly. And so I give Christmas gifts. Like she's a client of mine for life. Yeah. But I'm doing my part. She's a raving fan, and I'm doing my part. But I sold that home for $10,100 over full price, got myself an extra $303 on my commission check. At the end of the day, she's a raving fan because I did a fantastic job for her. Mm-hmm. And it was all because I knew how to ask the right question at the right time. Now I got another question for you. Mm-hmm. As a real estate agent, have you ever thought, as a transition, have you ever thought about growing your business by adding new home construction sales? And so if so, boy, have I got a book for you. I got a brand new book that has been just released. It's called New Home Selling Simplified. It helps you to sell new home construction, get that builder business, and then also sell the homes and keep those builders as your clients. And not only that, but get them as your raving fans. So you get some really great insight, if I say so myself, in the book. And so to get a copy of New Home Selling Simplified, all you got to do is visit realestatecoachingsimplified.com, and you can get your book right there. And we'll see you next time right here on The Power of Real Estate with Michelle Moore.
Realtors, if you're ready for the latest tools, scripts, and techniques, visit realestatecoachingsimplified.com. We'll see you next time on The Power of Real Estate with Michelle Moore.